good a life there that she's had here from a financial standpoint, that she would like to live there. She often spoke about what a beautiful land it was or is, and
here or there?
Here. I mean, the land there, that she loved the land there, but it was for a better life financially that she came here. And
that it was in 1882?
Yes, 1882. And she met the grandfather here in Austin, and they lived the rest of their lives here. Each one went back one time to see their family. In 1905, the grandfather went. His parents were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. And he had, I have a postcard that he wrote where he said that he was going to be glad to get back to Austin, that there were things were looking rather, I suppose, threatening. I didn't use that word, but he said there were soldiers everywhere, so he might have thought that there was going to be more war.
Hi.
That's the last thing I said.
No, you were talking about the family moving over because they were worried about soldiers that were on the streets, and they were thinking about there was more war. I just asked what, people move from countries for a number of different reasons. One, because economics or politics or war, or because some people have got a wandering type of personality.
I found it interesting, though, that I have heard different stories since my parents have died of things I didn't know, and one of the things was about the father. I knew that my father took his mother there in 1911. I knew that all along, but he saved some things. I still have some of the things that he saved, and now the man who is living and owns the house that my father had built after marriage has declared the house historic, and among the things that he gathered and put on the internet are some things that I never saw. So I want the children to know that I have copied these documents. For one, my father did not have to serve in World War I because I was born, and there is something of a paper there in that regard, and there are other official papers. So it's rather interesting, I think, to be able to look at some of those things. And of course, I've had lots of postcards from Germany and back and forth. Ones that he sent home when he was in Germany, and ones that they received. I have found cousins. They still kept in touch with their families.
I guess one of those situations that comes up for families that had immigrated from a country is, well, we had World War II, and there were people from here that had relatives over there. Did the conflict of family and country, did that ever come up?
Well, we knew that during the war there was no communication going, and I think for many years there probably wasn't very much to write about. Just occasionally, that they would have letters from home, but I have many letters now that I have learned to know. Well, first off, when World War II was over, most Germans were in a very bad situation. Many of them were not having enough to eat, there was just too much destruction. And so if they had an address, they were writing. And very, very grateful and loving for everything that we sent. And we sent a lot of things. And they never forgot this. And I have particularly letters that expressing their grateful of their thoughts about everything, but they pick up and go on, and I have the most correspondence from the Wilde family in Berlin. My grandfather was the oldest in his family. There were 4 sisters, and then the youngest was a brother. That brother was a teacher, a principal of a school, teacher trainer, received many honors in the work that he did. Was shown some of the pictures, not pictures, but documents of things that showed that he had been highly respected and highly talented. He was also an artist, and my grandparents had one of his oil paintings, which was a beautiful scene of a large deer in a field or meadow or whatever. Well,
now at this point, we're talking about Jürgen.
Well, no, this is Will, grandfather in Austin.
Oh, okay.
That it was his brother who painted the oil painting. But I learned to know the widow of the grandfather's brother and his children, his 2 children. He had a son and a daughter, Hans Jürgen and Ursula. And